Welcome to the Regional Institute of English, South India, Bangalore. We are here to be a part of one-day symposium on continuing professional development program. The sequence of the proceedings is as follows. Relevance and significance of the symposium by Uzma Rahil, then welcome by the Director of the Regional Institute of English, Bangalore, then concluding remarks by Ms. Alison Barrett, the chairperson of the day, and then it's going to be, before that, the book is going to be launched, the Continuing Professional Development Lessons from India, edited by Rod Bolaitho and Dr. Amol Patwar, going to be followed by concluding remarks by Alison Barrett. And later, we are going to have a keynote address by former Vice Chancellor of English and Foreign Languages University, Hyderabad, Dr. Amrutwalli. Then we adjourn for tea. Now I invite Uzma Rahil to speak about the relevance of the symposium.
Good morning. The British Council's policy think tank, comprising academicians, researchers, teachers and trainers, have been working on a process called Continuing Professional Development since 2009, with the hope that the process will enhance the professional competence of teachers and trainers, both at the individual and the national level. It's a concern for all of us involved in teaching across the globe to get to know CPD with a greater degree of familiarity. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Uzma Rahil from the Regional Institute of English, South India, Bangalore, along with my colleague, Mr. Shashidhar, welcoming you to this one-day symposium on CPD. I'm happy to inform you that the British Council is organizing this symposium in collaboration with the Regional Institute of English, South India, Bangalore. The fact that it's organized on the premises of our institute gives me added pleasure to extend a warm welcome to you this morning.
It gives me great pleasure to invite Ms. Alison Barrett, Assistant Director of English Partnership at British Council, to preside over the proceedings. Thank you, Madam. With your permission, I continue with computer. Ladies and gentlemen, the proceedings of the day begin with a formal address by the Director of the Regional Institute of English, South India, Bangalore. I request Mr. N.H. Katadone, the Director of RIE, to welcome the guests and the guests of honor formally. Mr. Katadone.
Ladies and gentlemen, Madam, President and other dignitaries, welcome to the RISE Bangalore for one-day symposium on continuing professional development, jointly organized by RISI Bangalore and British Council Delhi. We have in our midst Messrs. Alison Barrett, Assistant Director of English Partnerships, British Council Delhi, Dr. Rod Bolaitho, Director, NIDE UK, Dr. Amol Patwar, formerly President, ELTI, Dr. Amrutwalli, formerly Vice Chancellor, EFLU, Hyderabad, and the keynote speaker for the day, Dr. N.S. Prabhu, formerly Professor at National University, Singapore, the guiding spirit and the mentor for all ELT practitioners in the country in general and RISI in particular. Mr. Paul Sellers, Director, South India, British Council, to participate and share with us their experiences on CPD. I deem it my privilege to welcome you all, ladies and gentlemen, to our midst on my behalf and behalf of Institute and the British Council. To this one-day event, the RISI is happy that such an event is being organized on its premises. The Regional Institute of English has been in the cause of English language education in its member states in English for learners at all levels. Besides these, the institution has also developed modules and packages on English language education teacher training and English language development. In order to have a larger reach, the institution has been also using potentials of information and communication technology by organizing teleconference and video conference mode of training, facilitating research and discussion on issues related to English language teacher training in particular, and English language education in general has also been the focus of the institution, and this has been realized to a large extent through the conduct of seminars, conferences, workshops and symposia. One such symposium is getting inaugurated today. This is a collaborative event, the collaborator being the British Council, who have been associated with the RIESI by being a guiding force and an advisor in matters related to English language education in the country as a whole and in South India in particular. The scheme of one-day symposium is continuing professional development. The RIESI, in order to facilitate CPD, that is continuing professional development, has taken the initiative by launching a one-year diploma in English communication course through the distance mode for the benefit of teachers at primary level. The government of Karnataka has agreed to sponsor the program by deputing nearly 200 in-service teachers for the program. The target, however, stands at 1,000 at present. This is besides the regular normal radio talks and lessons authorized by RIESI and aired by Air Bangalore. I am confident that this one-day event will realize its objectives and goals. Once again, I welcome all of you for the event and I wish you all a very happy, rewarding and insightful experience and a comfortable stay at RIESI. Thank you.
To offer a bouquet to our guest of honor, Mr. Gurura, Mr. Suman Bandi to Amol Patwad, Professor Amol Patwad, and various other educational institutions. I request Mr. Paul Sellers to launch the bird and also offer a copy to Dr. Amrutwali and also to Dr. N.S. Prabhu. Mr. Paul Sellers.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and wonderful to see you all here today. It's wonderful to be here with the British Council team who you've seen out in force, and we're very grateful for the warm welcome we've received from the RIE, and I'd like to thank Sri N.H. Katakond, Director, and his team for the organisation and the hard work they've put into it. I'd particularly like to welcome Dr. Amitabh Ali as the keynote speaker, and our special guest as well, Professor N.S. Prabhu, on the dais today. So, the best part of 25 years ago, I was honoured to be shown a video clip of your teaching methodology when I was suffering through my MA in Applied Linguistics in the snowy, damp, cold wastes of North Yorkshire at the University of Leeds, and seeing on the other end of the video your wonderful classroom practices here in Bengaluru. And indeed the Bengaluru project was very high on the curriculum of the Masters at that time. Little did I know I'd have the honour to be standing here in Bengaluru welcoming you onto the dais. It's a great privilege for me, sir. Welcome. Also wonderful to see Rod Bolaitho back again and Dr. Amol Padwad, regular contributors to the British Council cause here in India and with our partners, especially in Bengaluru. Welcome, thank you very much, and we'll be hearing more from you in a minute. Just a few words from me, if I may, and some context about the British Council's work here in India. As you all well know, in recent years, India has recorded some astounding figures in education, and it's worth just highlighting them to give to show what an important discussion this is today. With over 95% of children between age 6 and 14 in schools across the country, India is the world's largest school education system. In 2012-13, the government of India allocated 25,555 crores to the SSA, marking an increase of over 21%, and 3,124 crores to the RMSA, marking an almost 30% rise against the previous year. So this is indicative of the importance given by the state sector. India is probably the largest public and social sector investor in school education in the world at the moment, which is a huge achievement. I'd now like to move to the ceremonial point of launching the book and ask Alison to direct us through that process. Thanks.
Thank you, Paul. If I could invite Professor Amrita Vali and Dr. N.S. Prabhu to please grace us with launching the book.